Alright, everyone, welcome to Week 13. This is our final regular season game for the Westside Fantasy Premeire Fantasy Football League. And this is your Week 13 update show. Sorry about that number mix-up last week. Had a product launch that went sideways on me, so my head was kind of discombobulated. So let's get right to it. Went 3-3 in my picks last week. Miles went 2-4. And Los Inodoro's Matt Weeble went 3-3. By the way, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I saw a new baby picture with a nice baby name and a baby born date and a baby weight, all under Matt Weeble's Facebook profile today. If I'm doing the math here correctly, I think Matt might have had a son today. So if that's the case, congratulations, Matt, to you and your family. You guys seem to be growing in leaps and bounds. Nice. Handsome young man. Good for you. Any rate, now stand 28-19-1 on the season. That's 28.5 points, but my win percentage is still beating Miles by a sizable margin. I'm pulling away. I'm at 58%. Miles is at 51%. All right, let's take a look at our overview. So one more team is locked down playoff position. Ghetto Superstar, Miles Yoshioka locked one down with his win this past week. So right now, Auto Smack, Ghetto Superstar, and the one who knocks, not in that order, but all of them have locked playoff spots. Let's talk about our recap real quick. Darkside pulls one out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, the Darkside takes smell this 138-124. Just couldn't get enough out of the combination of Eli Manning and Randall Cobb on Sunday night. Passing Fancies gets back on the good foot with a 181 to 139 victory over the one who knocks. This was an important win for Jim. We'll talk about it in a second. Auto Smack beat Ghetto Superstar. Only Miles, or maybe it was Auto Smack. Nah, I think it was Miles. Only Miles could clinch a playoff spot while losing in that week. Did I read that right? Did you clinch this week, Miles, and you lost? Jeez, only you. Any rate, Auto Smacked 136 over Ghetto Superstar 136-80. Ferocious Fennic gets another win. Few and far between this season at 4-8. But Ferocious Fennic's over Los Inodoro's by 6 points, 119-105. Bruddah is 144 over Rough the Passer, 124, who also bounced out of the playoffs, including myself. And OG Ollier Rogers, 150.2 to the beatdowns, 116. So let's talk about the playoffs. Right now, you're 1 through 6 are Auto Smacked 8-4 with 1626. Number 2 team, the one who knocks, at 8-4, 1575. Number 3, Ghetto Superstar, 7-4-1 at 1426. Number 4, Passing Fancies, who was out of the playoffs last week, but Passing Fancies, number 4, 6-6 at 1512. Number 5, the Beatdown, who I think was out of the playoffs last week, maybe not, at 6-6 at 1472. And Bruddah is, who definitely was out of the playoffs last week, now at 6-6 at 1442. I was at number 5. Rob was at number 6, Rough the Passer. Now, I'm at number 8, and Rob's at number 9. It just goes to show that all these 6-6 teams, I'm at 6-6, Rob's at 5-6-1. Right now, I'm separated by, what's that, about 50 points from Bruddah is. Excuse me. Yeah, no. Actually, I got OG Ollier Rogers between me. But anyway, you can see right now that we're all kind of bunched in down there. 1, 2, and 3 are set. 4 is pretty set, although a loss by Jim could throw the whole thing upside down. But 5, 6 are completely open right now. So teams that are sitting 7, Ollier Rogers, smell this in 8, and Rough the Passer in 9. All of you have chances, myself included. All of you have chances in Week 13. Let's take a look at the Week 13 lineup. Smell this versus Auto Smacked. And before I do that, no bye weeks this week, and your Thursday night game is New Orleans versus the Falcons. Only one Thursday night game, New Orleans versus the Falcons. So, in Week 13, our final week, playoffs start in Week 14. Smell this versus Auto Smacked. It's 137-127 in favor of Guy at this point. For Petty, Matt Ryan against New Orleans, Torrey Smith against Pittsburgh, Brian Hartline against New England, Ryan Matthews against Cincinnati. For the Smell This, Eli against Washington, Reggie Wayne against Detroit, AJ Green against San Diego, and Calvin Johnson against Indiana. I got to believe in myself. I'm going to give myself the win. Auto Smack doesn't need the win. He's already clinched. I do. Guy, you could pull some people out there, if you know what I'm saying. See that saying right there? Anyway, Ferocious Fennic versus the Beatdown. This is 4-8 against 6-6. John's fighting for his playoff life. But right now it's 123-109 in favor of Jake McCarthy. Andrew Luck against Detroit. Lance Moore against Atlanta. Mike Wallace against Baltimore. I think Wallace has been injured. You might want to check that. Well, no, they're saying he's starting. Okay, so that's good. I just thought he was coming off an injury. And Trent Richardson for Oklahoma. Why do I say that? Oklahoma. Oakland. For the beatdown, Josh Freeman against Denver. I don't like that matchup. But C.J. Spiller against Jacksonville and Jimmy Graham against Atlanta. I'm going to give the win to the beatdown because I think John's got more at stake and is going to pull a rabbit out of the hat. The One Who Knocks versus New Daddy, Los Inadoros. On paper, it's 124 to 125 in favor of Los Inadoros. Drew Brees against Atlanta. Jordy Nelson against Minnesota. And who else? Lance Ball, I guess, against Tampa Bay is a key matchup for Los Inadoros. For the One Who Knocks, Matt Stafford against Indiana. James Jones against Minnesota. Frank Gore against Seattle. Excuse me, St. Louis. I'm going to go with the One Who Knocks. Bruddah is versus the Darkside. Darkside. Oh, you got me. At 5-7, Bruddah is 6-6, fighting for his playoff life. 128 to 116 in favor of Michael right now. Tony Romo against Philadelphia. Philly just don't care. Philly don't care. Romo himself could score 900 points. Philly don't care. Julio Jones against New Orleans, and Ray Rice against Pittsburgh for Bruddah is. Tom Brady against Miami, and Wes Welker against Miami. Felix Jones against Philly. Philly don't care. And Adrian Peterson against Green Bay. I'm going for the dark side. It's against my better judgment because you knocked me out of the playoffs here, Mike Quain. I just think you got better matchups this week. Ghetto Superstar versus Rough the Passer. Here we go. On paper, it's 134 to 146 in favor of Miles. Miles has Aaron Rodgers against Minnesota, Brandon Marshall against Seattle, Michael Crabtree against St. Louis, Jamal Charles against Carolina. 3 out of those 4 players have easy matchups. 1 doesn't. Rough the Passer, Peyton Manning against Tampa Bay. T.Y. Hilton, and that's not even his first name. T.Y. is not his first name. Against Detroit, Brandon Lloyd against, Miami, and Doug Martin against Denver. I'm not going to go all reverse psychology on this, and I'm not going to pick the team that's just below me if who wins he gets into the playoffs. I'm going to go with an objective opinion on this one. I give it to Miles. And in our final game of the week, OG Ollier Rogers. This is the McCarthy family feud. This is Big Brother Jim against Little Brother Tommy. 128 to 111 in favor of Jim right now. Cam Newton has been going crazy as of late against Kansas City. Will continue going crazy. Stephen Smith, Stevan Ridley. Stephen Smith against Kansas City. Also go crazy. Stevan Ridley against Miami. For Tommy, Robert Griffin III against New York Giants. I got him in my other league, so I hope he does good, but this is the Giants. They come to play on the defensive side. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis against San Diego. Chris Johnson against Houston. And that's about it. I'm going to give the pick to, I don't want either of these guys to win. It's just unfortunate that one of them has to win. Because both of them, if both of them lost, that would mean nothing but good things for me from a playoff perspective. But since Jim is in the playoff picture right now, and OG Ollier Rogers isn't, but he's right on top of me, I'm giving the pick to Jim because I need Tommy to lose, and I can vault into that 6th place position and then win all your damn money. So that's the way I see it this week. Thursday night game is New Orleans versus Atlanta. Hope you have a great week, everyone. Congratulations once again, Matt. Talk to you soon. Bye.